All right, guys, BLP Jet Ski here. It's been a while since I've done a video. I've been waiting on some parts to come in for this 2023 RXTX 300 that I'm doing some upgrades for a good friend. Last video I talked about the bleeder valve for the bleeder line for the blow-off valve, and now I'm going to do the Intake Manifold Upgrade kit. This is actually a kit that I bought offline. Off of eBay. Let's see how well. It's not a big name brand, if you will. It's just a little cheaper parts that I bought, but they seem to be pretty fairly good quality stuff. Big heavy duty ring. It just doesn't have a fancy name on it. Comes with O-rings and everything. I let you guys know how it is, but this is when you take the intake manifold off, this is what it's going to look like from the factory. Just have the sensor unplugged here, and of course I got it all taken off and apart but off. And let's see, it's simple. This is a sensor. I've already got this loose. You pull this screw here out. Like I said, it's pretty simple. I already had it somewhat loose, so you just kind of show you what's going on here. So that's your sensor. Put it over here, and then this is what you're left with. And then this part here was just a guide for your drill bit. It's got this indentation part because this indentation part has to go over this part here to hold it in place. And give me just a second and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, guys, I took the sensor off and aligned the part up here, and everything's tightened down with the screws. This is how this works. And then you take your 3 1/8 drill bit, you line it up. Of course, it takes me a minute because I gotta be able to see what I'm doing. And what this does is this slides over it, and of course when you drill it out, it'll go down further. But right now I'm just showing you step by step kind of how this goes. And then you obviously drill this hole here out, and you'll replace it with your piece here, and put your gaskets all in, tighten everything down. So I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna drill this out, but obviously after I drill that, I've got to pull the filter out, and I'll show you all that. So just sit tight, and I'll try to do it step by step just to kind of show you what it looks like. All right, guys, once you drill it out, it just hollows itself out. You see how the guide, see the bit and all in there. Now what you're left with is this, and then you have to remove this filter, fire arrestor as they call it. You get this out, you got to pry on it and pick at it, but just be careful, make sure not to bust this here. Get it out, and then I'll show you that step and then walk you through everything else. So just sit tight for me. All right, guys, wanted to show you this here. This is the end of that ribbon. Zoom in a little bit to you. Now what I did is I just took a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, small, not a huge one, and stuck it in there. Instead of prying against the edge like this, I'd pry in everywhere I could. You see how it's kind of bent in? Then I just took using your pistol grip, stuck them in here. I just twisted it until the inside of that filter was small enough to slide out. If it slides out, that's gonna give you a little bit of fight on the other end because you just gotta get it all the way out. But that's what that looks like. And I'll be back at you. All right, guys, I got all that, but I want to show you something. It's all out. The filter there on the table. You just kind of got to wait. I don't know if you can see that. But inside of that, see all that oil residue? All inside your intake? That is oil, because if you don't have a catch can on your machine, that oil has to be cycled right back into your system. So you have the oil vent, and a lot of people put a catch can to isolate that hot steamy oil out of your system. But this is what happens when you don't have a catch can. It goes into your intercooler, messes it up, goes into your intake and messes it up, and just starves you, and it clogs up your filter over time, and it just starves your horsepower. And that's why we're doing this. For one, you add a catch can to get rid of it, all the oil, but for two, it frees up your machine so it can breathe better, and it gives you more boost. So that's why a lot of people do this upgrade, to give you more boost and give your machine more flow. So as I continue, I'll keep going and show you the process. All right, guys, get kind of dark, but I'll show you this. make sure it comes with two gaskets, one around the edge right here, which I've got here, and then one goes on this piece right here. And then this piece will slide in here. It's going to be a little bit difficult to slide it in because you kind of got to force it. It's supposed to be really tight in order to seal this thing up. So let me get it in there and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, this is your finished product here. I've got the piece in, make sure that my gaskets were in place. Now, when you put these together, this bottom piece right here, it's got 3 slits in it. One here, and one here. So it slides on there a particular way. So make sure you get it lined up correctly. And then your top piece slides right in. It's pretty simple. And then you have these two Allen head bolts. Now, what I did with these, I made sure that I tightened them down equally. So they're tightened together. So I tightened this one a little bit, then jumped to this one and back and forth until they were as tight as I wanted them. Then, of course, put the sensor back in with the screw, and then that is it for the Intake Manifold Upgrade kit. Now, these intakes are plastic. Be very careful. You need to put this intake grate, because these two pieces right here sandwiched together like so, and without this girdle, this intake grate girdle on here, it will, when you boost too much, it'll bust open, and then you'll have to buy the girdle anyhow or replace your whole manifold. So I order parts, I say cheaper parts, or I'm gonna say less expensive parts. I'm not saying cheaper made, but this here is pretty good made. I bought offline. It was a no-name brand kit. It went right in smooth, just as all the other kits do. I'll let you know how many troubles out of it, but the whole thing took me about 30 minutes. Of course, I took my time and made sure things were correct, but and I think I paid for the kit $115. I'll have to try to put the link in the description. But what I did is I ordered my hole saw separately. So this is a 3 1/8 inch, which is the size it takes to drill these out. Now I have this, so I ordered a kit that had the spacer here, or the guide, so I could I saved money that way. Sometimes you can order a whole kit together. Sometimes money doesn't matter to people, and they can order you know, the $180 or $220 kits or whatever. That's great. That's awesome if you can do that. You know, I'm all on a budget, trying to save some money, so this is a budget kit for me. It's actually a friend of mine, a client, if you will, that I'm doing the work for, and you know, if I can save him money, you know, he's happy about that. So in the process, I tell you, you know, order this separate with the kit, without the kit, and it saved me about, I don't know, 30-40 bucks. Same size, it works great. Now I'll keep all this together in a small army can or something, or a case as a kit, so when I need it, all my pieces are there. But anyhow, that's the budget. And of course, I did buy the Ruthless Racing grade girdle because it's red, and the guy I'm building it for kind of wants things to be flashy in the engine bay, and that's cool. Like I say, he's paying for it, he understands. But if I can save him some money here, and like I said, through the process, save enough money to buy, you know, the catch can, or just like I said, just to build it more budget, and you're not spending an astronomical amount of money. But anyhow, just an idea, just the way I do it. It's a simple process. Like I said, it took me about 30 minutes total. And for those out there that are on a beer budget versus a champagne budget, and you're trying to build your machine and trying to, you know, to get some more performance out of it on a budget, you know, if you have any problems or issues, hit me up, ask me some questions. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to be a master mechanic. I'm just a you know, part-time guy that likes to wrench and make things go fast, and you know, just enjoy learning as we go. So anyhow, if you have any questions or problems, hit me up. I'll let you know in the future how this thing runs, and I'll try to put the link in the description of this particular kit that I bought. Like I say, it went in perfect, no issues, and so far so good. But I'll let you know. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you learned something from this. Thank you so much.